Night at 10:35 right now on BBC One. Are you feeling sporty?
A magnificent setting, two great teams. What drama here? And Seaman, what a magnificent save! Not good. Oh dear.
He's got some people on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Hello and welcome to They Think It's All Over with David and Rory is a footballing legend who had an incredible England career, scoring 44 goals in 57 internationals. Yet when he started his career at Chelsea, he was on just £8 a week, or in today's money, 22 rubles. Jimmy Greaves. With Phil and Jonathan this week is Britain's top 400-metre runner, who says that the person he most admires is fellow athlete Michael Johnson. Quite an accolade, considering he's only ever seen him from behind. Iwan Thomas. We start the show with a footballing excuse. David, Rory and Jimmy, watch this. Here's the world's costliest defender, Rio Ferdinand, giving his all for England in last April's Euro qualifier victory over Turkey. But of course, in the last few days, things haven't gone quite so smoothly for the £30 million man. And he was dropped from Saturday's decider against Turkey for missing a routine drugs test. So what exactly was Rio's excuse for not taking the test, David's team? And I need all of them.
The bottle wasn't big enough. It was only 2 litres. I'll tell you what we used to take, actually, and it was passed illegal many years ago, was that amyl nitrate, you know?
Yeah, no. That actually is a performance-enhancing drug.
You know, they used to, it used to come in a little phial, didn't it? And you'd break it, and some of the lads would sniff it.
They're called poppers now, yeah.
That's it, poppers.
And very
they'd sniff it, and I'll tell you what, you'd make sure you were last out of the dressing room.
Jimmy, popularly, it's thought that you were left out of the 1966 World Cup winning side, and as a result of that, you just left the game that day and hit the bottle. And
I didn't hit the bottle straight away. I mean, it was the 70s. Same sort of time as George. And we're thinking of doing a book on our drinking experiences, you know.
Really?
So if anyone can tell us where we were in the 70s.
Did you have to give urine samples or anything like that, Jimmy, when you were playing?
No, we didn't.
Your urine would have been fantastic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
61 was a particularly good year, I
It
think.
was. No, we didn't have any drug tests. It's amazing, that.
What's the
isn't
thing,
it?
then?
You don't really need a test to see that somebody's on amyl nitrate.
You must have had random drug tests. I mean, what's
You
the
must have
procedure when it happens?
The procedure is you're training, all the people that are training get put into a hat, just got to pick 3 out, and then that's it. And then you're followed. Wherever you go, you are followed. And I mean, wherever you go.
All the people who are training get put into a hat. Come on then, Rio Ferdinand.
Well, he was moving, wasn't he? He was moving house.
I read somewhere it's not going to happen again because they're going to put little post-its with "Do not forget your drug test, Rio" on the breasts of every blonde girl in Manchester.
He was moving.
Moving house is part
He
of it,
was
yeah.
moving house.
He went
Phone was turned.
Phone was switched
He went
off.
Phone was
shopping,
switched
didn't he?
off.
I need a little bit more.
Didn't he say he had a recurring kidney infection?
He did have a recurring
Well
kidney
done.
infection. And of course he forgot, so I think you've got all the answers there. I'll give you 3 points.
Thank you very much.
Apparently Rio Ferdinand neglected to take the test because his mind was on moving house, although he was seen in Manchester city centre later that afternoon, presumably moving his furniture into Harvey Nichols. Well, that was what was said at first. A leak later to the press suggested he forgot because he was suffering from a kidney infection and was worrying about it. Apparently they couldn't get in contact with him because his mobile phone was switched off. So let's have a look at that photo again. And there is the famous switched-off phone held by the switched-off footballer. At the Turkey game, a massive security operation ensured there was no trouble. In fact, the only incident was when the window of a Turkish bar near the ground was smashed. by David Beckham's penalty.
I saw the papers the next day. Couldn't believe what Beckham's saying. He's complaining, he poked me, he was rude about my mum. That's what you come home from nursery school saying.
Now, we're well aware, seriously, on this show that we shouldn't criticise unless we've been seen to be whiter than white ourselves. So, before the show, we asked the teams all to give a urine sample. 5 of them were fine and looked like this. But the one that was marked Tufnell sadly came back looking like this. So, there may be 1 or 2 questions that need answering there, Phil. I don't know.
I'd had a lot of Ribena that week.
OK, Phil, Jonathan and Ewan, it's a sporting spat for you. Here's tousle-haired Welsh wind-em-up merchant Robbie Savage ruling the roost for Birmingham City. And here's the delightful town of Wrexham, home to the largest hospital in North Wales, and many other fine civic amenities. But what has Robbie done to upset some of the good people of Wrexham, Phil's team?
It is lovely to have you on the show. I'm just going to point out, now you're doing all right for yourself, you don't have to let your mum still cut your hair. You know, there are professionals you can go to. It looks like it's been put on backwards.
We should go together, innit?
But on the other hand, I would let your dad still rewire plugs for you.
Now, who's this fellow, Robbie Savage? I've heard he's a bit chippy.
He is chippy.
But he's a big, proud Welsh boy, isn't he? He's got a bit of a girly haircut, but...
You and Robbie and David Ginola get together and swap hair care tips.
You can come along too, by the way.
Robbie Savage.
Has he upset some of the people of Wrexham by saying they're all stupid or smelly or
No, far from it. He has friends in Wrexham.
Did he play against them for Birmingham or something?
Nope.
No.
Was he caught having...
No.
I don't think we've got too much idea, mate.
You give them a question based on the one big football event of the weekend, which
say.
everyone knows about. Even I bloody know about that. You give us something about some twat with too much hair playing in Wrexham. Who cares? It's unfair. And you poked me and said my mum was fat.
I've got to say,
Which he is. Seriously, we don't know ourselves. I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
Jonathan's right, it is very difficult, actually. Yeah, I'm going to give you a bonus point for that, Phil's team, I think. It all started with a penalty in Birmingham's first game of the season against Spurs. Savage won the penalty, but insisted teammate David Dunn take it. This annoyed his mates back in Wrexham, who'd taken odds of 14-1 that Robbie would score the first goal. Robbie Savage was once fined £10,000 for using the referee's toilet. Mind you, he had no choice. The players' toilet was full of footballers hiding from FA drug testers. And at the end of that round, Phil's team have 1 point and David's team have 3. We press on with the treble, where the teams link 3 sports personalities with 3 objects. David's team, your subject for the treble is the treatment table. Here are your 3. Tough tackling, penalty-winning England talisman Steven Gerrard. Pain barrier-beating marathon ace Paula Radcliffe. And speedy, tight-shirted England try-machine Dan Luger. Now, they've all been the recipients of unusual treatments for their ailments. But David's team, which one has been using emu oil? Who's been using a device favoured by Russian cosmonauts? And who's been told to avoid tomatoes at all costs?
You must have avoided a few tomatoes in your time, David.
That's right, when they keep throwing them at me.
Gerard thinks they're about that big and they're flat and they grow on pizzas. But it's changed since your day. I don't suppose they had these sort of alternative treatments in your day, did they? What sort of treatment?
Just poppers.
No. There was no treatments. I mean, all they used to run on with was a little bladder, freezing cold water and a sponge.
Yeah.
And wherever you got injured, they'd run on, open the bladder up, pull the sponge out, slap it on your bollock.
Wherever you got injured?
Wherever you got injured. The pain was so excruciating that you forgot where you were injured.
Jimmy, do you think they're too soft these days? Soft on the players generally and soft in the way they approach play?
Oh, very much so, yeah.
Cheers, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, we had a men's game in our day.
Oh, yeah, all of you together in the bath with a big bottle of Amyl Nitrate.
It's a pubs game now, isn't it?
It is a pubs game, isn't it?
That's what we're coming to.
Bollocks.
That's what we're...
It's a pubs game. They'd probably
Matt
take...
Burt Troutman, he once played a game of football, broke his neck, and carried on playing.
Is that brave or stupid?
No, mind you, he hasn't looked back since, but...
Tomato
Stephen Gerrard.
Because he kept getting injured or something. He had shin splints or something wrong with his back and that, and he was told by a dietitian not to have tomatoes because of something that's in there that's...
Who's the bloke on the end?
Look, Dan Luger, that's Dan. He scored a try the other day, didn't he?
What, against Georgia?
Against
We all scored a try against Georgia. Well, I think he's got the cosmonautic device that relaxes the muscle. I think,
Go with that then.
having run behind Paula Ratcliffe in the Great North Run.
How far behind?
13.1 miles, actually. There was a slight smell of emu oil.
3 out of 3. Well done. In fact, Stephen Gerrard has been advised by 2 French orthopaedic experts not to eat tomatoes in order to help his chronic back problem. Paula Radcliffe smeared extract of emu cream on the wound she sustained when she ran into a teenage cyclist. Emu oil can be very dangerous. It's why Rod Hull slipped off his roof. And Dan Luger used a Skinar machine which speeds up healing and recovery using electrical impulses. The Skinar machine is powered by a tiny 9-volt battery, like the one normally used to power Rio Ferdinand's tiny brain. Dan Luger has sustained injuries to nearly every part of his body: pelvis, groin, hamstring, chest, neck and both knees. Mind you, that's what happens when you spill Martin Johnson's pint. Doctors recently discovered that Stephen Gerrard's back problems are all food-related. In fact, the injury first occurred when he was on England duty and tried to lift up Wayne Rooney's KFC breakfast bucket. Paula Radcliffe's emu oil is described as the second best kept secret in sport, apart from what it is that Tim Henman does for a living. Phil, Jonathan and Ewan, your subject for the treble is sporting inspirations. Here's your trio. Dapper Welsh snooker wizard Mark Williams. Over-muscled Aussie World Hurdles champion Jana Pittman. And because I'm worth it, big girl's blouse, David Ginola. Oh. But Phil's team, which one is inspired by Vinnie Jones? Who's motivated by having a fight? And who takes inspiration from bumblebees?
I know that one. It's the bumblebees with Jana Pittman. I've seen the tattoo on her stomach.
Have you?
Well, no, I can't. My mate, he's secretly given her one and he's seen the honeypot. I didn't know this.
Am I right in saying that your phrase was he's secretly given her one?
Well, he was.
And he's seen the honeypot?
What reference to be, yeah.
This is where you can run fast, mate. Have you got any tattoos?
Yeah.
What do you have?
I have 2.
What are they?
One's when I was young and went to the Olympics.
What does it say?
No, it's just the Olympic
It's
ring
the Olympic
from
logo.
back in the day.
Don't show me the Olympic ring, for God's sake!
And what's the other one?
The other one is one my parents didn't know about till now, but thanks a lot. It's just it's a little angel, or a big angel.
Well,
Cherub there.
I think you're on the wrong show, Ewan. I think you've confused this show with Trisha. You keep coming around and going, oh, I didn't mean to say this.
I got stung by a wasp 4 times once when I was fielding for England.
How stupid you have to be stung by a wasp 4 times.
You were actually playing at the time?
Yeah, I was, and they kept flying up my trouser leg.
Well, was it the same one or more than one?
I don't know, I didn't ask his name.
I bet it was the same one. So we've got to find out who...
Bees is the bird. Bees is the running bird. Mark Williams had a punch-up, I think, when he was playing a game of cards with his mate during the World Championship or something.
Do you think Vinnie Jones inspired Ginola? Vinnie Jones inspired me many times. to walk out of cinemas when these bloody awful films are showing. Just a joke, Vinny.
And
Phil made me say it, Vinny.
He wants to go into acting, doesn't he? He's been doing it all his career, diving and stuff, hasn't he? So.
Ginola is inspired by Sir, hopefully, Vinnie Jones. And the lady runner is inspired by the Bumblebee, and the bloke with the silly hat on is inspired by fighting people.
It's correct for 3 points. In fact, World Snooker champion Mark Williams was spurned on to the title after having a punch-up with his best mate Sargi in the dressing room during the half-time interval of the final. Presumably, Sargi wanted to turn the bloody snooker off. Jana Pittman claims she gets inspiration from the bumblebee tattoo on her midriff. And David Ginola claims he was inspired to act by watching Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones was inspired to act by not being paid to play football anymore. In between matches, Mark Williams relaxes by playing bingo, so it's not just Ronnie O'Sullivan who fancies a trip to Mecca. Just in case you don't know, it's the honeybee that stings and not the bumblebee, although Phil got very badly stung last week. £25 for a bag of oregano. The ever-stylish David Ginola won the 1996 Hairstyle of the Year award, whilst David Seaman here won the 1975 Hairstyle of the Year award just last week. And at the end of that round, Phil's team have 4 points and David's team have 6. Time for a special round now. Last week, ex-world heavyweight champion Mike Tyson announced that he is going to fight again in an attempt to solve his financial problems. Now, Iron Mike has earned an estimated $450 million in his career, but he's blown the lot and now owes in the region of $32 million. So to celebrate, we're going to play Mike Tyson's Debt Roulette. When the wheel spins, the lights will stop opposite a sum of money. The teams, I am knackered. The teams then have to guess what old spendthrift Mike spent the money on, OK? So David's team, you can have first pick, OK? Let's spin the wheel. Hey, classy, isn't it? That's classy.
Sit down, Nick, for God's sake.
OK. $230,000, OK? Have a guess for that one.
What did he spend that on? Elocution lessons.
I'll narrow it down for you. OK, are they unpaid bills for aromatherapy treatment, mobile phones, or hairdressing?
Jim, you've been in Tyson's ring, haven't you?
Yeah, I actually... not quite like that. Yeah, I went in the ring with him over at the Catskill Mountains. We tracked him down over there, and I actually went in the ring. He's quite frightening. He was awesome, and judging by the smell in the ring, it wasn't aromatherapy. But that might have been me shitting myself.
How long was he in jail for? I think he was allowed one phone call before he went in, and he turned his phone and forgot to switch it off. And for 4 years, his phone's been on.
Yeah, I'll give you a point for that. Well done, yes. In fact, he owes nearly $250,000 for mobile phones and pagers. OK, now, it's Phil's turn now. Let's have another spin of the wheel. It's classy, isn't it? It's classy. $108,000.
He donated it to a donkey sanctuary.
No. OK, I'll narrow it down. Was it on a French chandelier, on dentistry, or buying a Bengal tiger?
I should imagine he's had all at one stage or another in his life, hasn't he?
Let's have an answer.
Try again, you reckon?
Yeah, we'll give you a point for that.
Yeah.
It was money owed for Bengal tiger. Of course, in those days, it was hard to get hold of the tiger's favourite food, magicians. OK, time for more debt roulette. David, this one's yours. Off we go. I can get quite to this. I'm going to build up. Time for more debt roulette. $2.5 million!
What can you buy for $2.5 million?
Spurs first team, easy.
I think you've been over-generous.
Is it owed to a New York art dealer for a Picasso? Was it run up on catering? Or is it a debt he owes to the Nation of Islam?
If it's a Picasso, it could be a self-portrait, because the nose is over here and the ears there. It's got to be
food and drink.
Is the correct answer the 1 point? Yes. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, he owes a whopping $2.5 million for food and drink down to having a minibar in his cell. OK, next one. Phil's team, off we go. Let's play Tyson's Death Roulette.
He's getting into it.
I am. $9 million!
$9 million. David Seaman.
No, it's not that.
I'm going to narrow it down. Is it unpaid legal fees for his divorce, a down payment on an ocean-going yacht, or antique jewellery?
No, it was one giant gold tooth that he now lives in.
He wouldn't know how to say a yacht, would he?
I think probably...
Go on, I was going to say
Legal fees is correct for 1 point. Well done. Yeah.
Well done, Ian.
The answer is indeed legal fees. Mind you, they're worth 3 letters. Mike Tyson's currently suing his ex-manager Don King for $100 million, but even if Tyson wins, Don gets half of it. And at the end of that round, Phil's team have 6 points and David's team have 8. So it's black mask time now as we play Field of Sportsmen. Jonathan and Phil, you're up first this week if you'd like to go and take your positions. Blindfolds on, please. OK. Can we have our first mystery guest, please? OK. Your time starts now.
Don't let that go.
Oh, no, the other one.
Oh, my God. It's...
Hold on.
Please be careful.
Yeah, what is that? It's that thing your missus has got in her drawer, isn't it?
Got some hair here, but these days you can't tell, can you?
Jesus Christ.
What, is it Wabi Savage?
What is that? It's like...
No, it smells like a lady's hair.
Is it?
Is it Dave Seaman? Hold it, I don't want to... Well, he or she is in very good nick. It's a lady.
Yeah, it's got a G-string
Hold on.
by the way.
What the hell is this?
Is it Eric Bristow's?
There is a string there.
I know.
It's a big old thong, isn't it? Is it from Britain?
That's a quality.
Is it a bow?
Yeah, I could do with a pint, actually. The old strongbow girl.
I know the British archer. She's Alison something.
Yes, Alison.
Alison
Rossi,
Archer
yeah?
lady.
Alison.
Alison Williamson.
Is it correct? Answer? Well done. Okay, Rory and David, off you go to your positions. Okay, blindfolds on. Okay, can we have our second mystery guest, please? Your time starts now.
That reaction, it can only be one person, Ian St. John, is it?
Just be careful.
Oh.
What's this?
Oh, hello. Oh. It's a man eating a badger. I don't know what you've got. I've got Pete Sampson's arse here. Oh my God!
What's that? That's some bandage, that is, isn't it?
Careful.
That is. Is that Martin Keown been around?
Oh, blimey! It's obviously it's a run. It's one of those 118 boys falling on our side. Oh God! It's that campaign. It's the bloke who ran and the brilliant heroic. It's Punjab Singh.
Punjab Singh. Punjab Singh. Great man. He's a great man. I tell you what, he's 91 years of age and he runs all those marathons and he's a fantastic bloke. So the score at the end of that round of Phil's team with 9 points and David's team with 11. We finish with the name game. This week, Rory and Jonathan will be drawing the clues. The team in the lead goes first, which is obviously David's team. So pass those across to Rory, please. You're going to have to be drawing those clues, remember, Rory. So as many as you can get in the allotted time. Hey. Stop sniffing the pens. Your time starts now.
Okay.
It's not a literal representation.
What's the condom?
Yeah, go on.
It's a condom, yeah.
Go on, condom. Condom.
Yeah, it's the rugby player. Condom. French.
Come on, just think about, you know. English, say what you see.
Condom.
Come on, another name for a condom.
Durex.
And
Johnny Wilkinson.
Johnny Wilkinson. Thank God Greavsie is here. Now, this could be a tough one, this.
That, a glass of wine?
No.
Russian.
Yeah, kick that.
Abramovich.
Yeah.
First name.
Abramovich.
First name.
Roman.
Very good. Okay.
Do the last name first, please.
No, I'll do it. Here we are. I know.
What's this one, Jimmy?
Boing. Boing. Oh! Just think, come on, David. A horse-faced,
Van Nistelrooy.
Six golden drawings will win it for you. Pass me along, mate. Your time.
Hold on, I'm not going to rush. Don't rush.
Start.
All right, here we go.
Now.
Okay.
what the hell?
What the hell is that?
Tin Man.
What is that bit?
What's the cue?
It's in here.
Boxer.
Mike Tyson. Yeah, there you go. Goalkeeper. All right, here we go. It's in here, isn't it?
Teeth. Dodgy teeth.
Colin Jackson. Hold it.
No, your bird. Your bird.
Oh, Jana Pittman. No.
Very church
Bumblebee.
going.
He's not a hurdler.
Well, it's a thing. Look, how many times he jumping? Oh, Jonathan Edwards. There you go. Thank you.
Right, okay.
Oh, here we go. All right.
He's got UFC.
Big nose. David Seaman.
All right, here we go. There's the goal post. And then
Footballer. Wayne Rooney.
And
David Seaman.
David Beckham, sorry. David Beckham. No!
So, Phil's team had 13, but this week's winner is David's team with 14. So, thanks to David, Rory and Jimmy, Phil, Jonathan and Ewan. My name's Nick Hancock. They think it's all over. It is now. Jimmy, well done, mate.
And there's more next Tuesday at the later time, 10:35. Back to tonight, just 35 minutes away, here on BBC One, Comedy with the Crouches.